Chapter 1: The Power of Financial Mindset. The foundation of financial success lies in your mindset. This chapter will explore how your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes toward money shape your financial reality. Developing the right mindset is the first step in building lasting wealth. Understanding financial mindset. Your mindset affects every decision you make, including how you manage money, approach opportunities, and react to setbacks. A positive and growth-oriented mindset leads to smarter financial choices and long-term success. How to develop a wealthy mindset. 1. Adopt a growth mentality. Instead of thinking that wealth is limited, embrace the idea that you can always learn more, grow, and adapt. 2. See opportunities, not obstacles. Wealth building often requires seeing opportunities where others see challenges. Train yourself to identify ways to turn challenges into stepping stones. 3. Be resilient. Failures are inevitable. What matters is how you bounce back. Cultivate resilience and never give up on your financial goals. Real-life example: the self-made millionaire. Jane, a single mother of 2, was facing financial hardship. She could have let the struggles define her, but instead, she shifted her mindset, embraced opportunities, and started a business. 10 years later, she's a self-made millionaire, having built a successful enterprise from the ground up. Quote to remember: the only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Chapter 2: Setting Clear Financial Goals. To achieve financial freedom, you must know exactly what you're aiming for. Setting clear, actionable goals is the key to staying focused and motivated. In this chapter, we'll break down how to set financial goals that will help you stay on track to wealth. Why clear goals are essential. Goals give you direction. Without them, it's easy to get distracted by day-to-day expenses and short-term desires. Financial goals provide a roadmap for your wealth journey, ensuring that you're always moving toward your desired outcome. How to set effective financial goals. 1. Be specific. Instead of saying, "I want to be wealthy," set a specific goal like, "I want to save $50,000 for a down payment on a house in the next 5 years." 2. Make your goals measurable. Break down your goals into smaller, measurable steps. For example, saving $1,000 per month to reach your $50,000 goal. 3. Set a deadline. Goals without deadlines are dreams. Establish a clear timeline for achieving your goals, whether it's 6 months, 1 year, or 5 years. Real-life example: the young investor. Mark set a goal to accumulate $100,000 in investments by age 35. He started by setting aside $1,000 per month for his investment accounts, and through strategic investing, he reached his goal 4 years ahead of schedule. Quote to remember: a goal without a plan is just a wish. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Chapter 3: Mastering the Art of Budgeting. To build wealth, you must learn to control your spending. A well-crafted budget is the blueprint for your financial success. In this chapter, we'll discuss how to create a budget that allows you to live within your means while also saving and investing for your future. The importance of budgeting. Budgeting is more than just tracking expenses, it's about making intentional decisions with your money. By setting a budget, you can avoid overspending, prioritize savings, and ensure that every dollar is working toward your financial goals. Steps to create a simple budget. 1. Track your income and expenses. Start by tracking every source of income and every expense, no matter how small. This gives you a clear picture of your financial situation. 2. Categorize your spending. Group your expenses into categories, such as housing, transportation, entertainment, and savings. This helps you identify areas where you can cut back. 3. Set spending limits. Set limits for each category, ensuring that your expenses don't exceed your income. Don't forget to allocate money for savings and investments. Real-life example: the young professional. Lisa, a recent college graduate, struggled with living paycheck to paycheck. She decided to create a budget and limit her spending on unnecessary luxuries. By sticking to her budget, she was able to save 20% of her income and build an emergency fund within a year. Quote to remember: a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Dave Ramsey. Chapter 4, Saving Smart, the Foundation of Wealth. Saving is the cornerstone of financial stability. Before you can invest or build wealth, you need a solid savings foundation. This chapter explores the importance of saving and provides strategies to build a strong savings habit. Why saving is essential. Saving money is not just about setting aside a portion of your income. It's about building a safety net that will protect you from unexpected financial setbacks. Without savings, you're at the mercy of emergencies and the volatility of life. How to save more effectively. 1. Pay yourself first. Treat savings as a non-negotiable expense. As soon as you receive your income, set aside a portion for savings before paying for anything else. 2. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account. This ensures that saving is consistent and effortless. 3. Cut back on unnecessary expenses. Look for areas where you can reduce spending, whether it's dining out less often, canceling unused subscriptions, or opting for cheaper alternatives. Real-life example, the savvy saver. Andrew, a 25-year-old marketing professional, started saving 30% of his income. He automated his savings and cut back on unnecessary luxuries, accumulating $50,000 in savings within 5 years. Quote to remember. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Warren Buffett. Chapter 5, Investing for the Future. Once you've built up your savings, it's time to make your money work for you. This chapter will guide you through the basics of investing, from stocks and bonds to real estate and mutual funds. The importance of investing. Investing allows your money to grow over time. Unlike savings accounts, which offer minimal returns, investments have the potential to earn much higher returns, helping you build wealth exponentially. How to get started with investing. 1. Start early. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow through compound interest. Even small amounts invested early can yield significant returns over time. 2. Diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your money into one asset class. Diversification reduces risk and helps you build a more stable and profitable portfolio. 3. Understand risk. Every investment carries some level of risk. Understand your risk tolerance and invest accordingly. Don't invest in something you don't fully understand. Real-life example, the consistent investor. Sarah began investing in index funds at age 22. By consistently contributing to her investment account and diversifying across various assets, she grew her portfolio to over $300,000 by age 40. Quote to remember. The stock market is filled with individuals who know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. Philip Fisher. Chapter 6, Building Multiple Streams of Income. To achieve financial freedom, relying on a single source of income is risky. This chapter explores how building multiple streams of income can create financial security and accelerate wealth building. The importance of multiple income streams. Relying on one source of income, such as a salary, can leave you vulnerable to financial setbacks. By diversifying your income streams, you can protect yourself against job loss, economic downturns, or other financial challenges. How to build multiple streams of income. 1. Start a side business. Whether it's freelancing, consulting, or creating an online store, starting a side business can generate extra income. 2. Invest in passive income. Real estate, dividend stocks, and other income-generating assets can provide a steady stream of passive income. 3. Leverage your skills. Offer your skills and knowledge through online platforms or personal branding. With the right marketing, your expertise can become a profitable income stream. Real-life example, the side hustler. Tom, a software developer, started offering freelance services in his spare time. Over the years, his side hustle grew into a full-fledged business that now provides a steady income stream alongside his main job. Quote to remember. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Warren Buffett. Chapter 7. Financial Independence, the Path to Freedom. Financial independence is the ultimate goal for many people, the ability to live on your terms, without being dependent on a job or employer. This chapter will walk you through how to achieve financial independence by mastering your money and making it work for you. What is financial independence? Financial independence means having enough income from your investments, businesses, or other assets to cover all your living expenses. You no longer need to work for a paycheck because your money works for you. The road to financial independence. 1. Maximize savings. The first step is to save aggressively. Cutting back on unnecessary expenses and building a substantial savings account is key. Aim to save at least 20 to 30% of your income. 2. Invest wisely. Savings alone won't get you to financial independence. You need your money to grow through investments. Whether it's stocks, real estate, or a side business, find avenues to grow your wealth. 3. Live below your means. Financial independence doesn't mean living lavishly today. It means sacrificing short-term luxuries for long-term freedom. Embrace frugality and avoid lifestyle inflation. Real-life example, the early retiree. John, a 30-year-old software engineer, made the decision to live frugally, save 50% of his income, and invest in index funds and real estate. By 45, he had enough passive income to retire and live comfortably without working. Quote to remember. The goal isn't more money. The goal is living life on your terms. Chris Brogan. Chapter 8, The Power of Mindful Spending. Mindful spending is a concept that allows you to take control of your financial future by being intentional with every dollar you spend. This chapter will teach you how to make conscious spending decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. The psychology of spending. Our culture often encourages mindless spending. We buy things on impulse, follow trends, and get caught up in consumerism. But mindful spending is about aligning your purchases with your values, needs, and long-term financial goals. How to practice mindful spending. 1. Track your expenses. Start by tracking every expense for a month. This helps you identify where your money is going and where you can cut back. 2. Create a budget. Develop a budget and stick to it. Prioritize essentials and savings before indulging in non-essential items. 3. Evaluate your purchases. Before buying something, ask yourself if it's truly necessary or if it aligns with your long-term goals. Consider the opportunity cost. What else could you use the money for? 4. Avoid impulse purchases. Establish a 24-hour rule for non-essential purchases. If you see something you want, wait 24 hours to see if the desire fades. Often, the urge to buy will pass. Real-life example, the mindful spender. Emily, a young professional, realized that her frequent impulse buys were hindering her savings. By adopting mindful spending practices, she cut down on unnecessary purchases and redirected that money into her emergency fund and investments. Quote to remember. Beware of little expenses, a small leak will sink a great ship. Benjamin Franklin. Chapter 9, Overcoming Debt, a Step Toward Financial Freedom. Debt can be a heavy burden on your financial journey. In this chapter, we'll explore how to tackle debt and build a path toward financial freedom. Why debt holds you back. Debt, especially high-interest consumer debt like credit cards, can quickly become a vicious cycle. Interest accumulates, making it harder to pay off your balances and slowing down your wealth-building process. Steps to eliminate debt. 1. List all your debts. Start by making a list of all your debts, including interest rates and minimum payments. This will give you a clear picture of what you owe. 2. Prioritize high-interest debt. Focus on paying off the highest interest debts first, while making minimum payments on the others. This will save you money on interest in the long run. 3. Consider debt consolidation. If you have multiple high-interest debts, consolidating them into a single loan with a lower interest rate can simplify your payments and reduce interest costs. 4. Cut back on spending. In order to pay down your debt, it may be necessary to reduce discretionary spending. Re-evaluate your lifestyle and commit to living below your means until your debt is paid off. Real-life example, the debt-free journey. Alex was struggling with $30,000 in credit card debt and student loans. He followed the debt snowball method, paying off the smallest debts first to gain momentum. After 2 years of strict budgeting and sacrifice, Alex became debt-free and could focus on building wealth. Quote to remember. The only way to get rid of a debt is to pay it off. Dave Ramsey. Chapter 10. Building your financial safety net. A solid financial safety net is vital for protecting yourself and your family from unforeseen circumstances like job loss, illness, or emergencies. This chapter will teach you how to build an emergency fund that provides peace of mind and financial security. Why an emergency fund is crucial. An emergency fund acts as a buffer between you and life's unexpected challenges. Without one, even a minor setback, like a car repair or medical bill, can derail your finances. With a solid emergency fund, you'll have the resources to handle emergencies without going into debt. Steps to build an emergency fund. 1. Set a goal. Aim to save 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This will provide enough cushion to cover unexpected expenses or loss of income. 2. Start small. If saving this amount seems overwhelming, start small. Begin with a goal of $1,000 and build from there. 3. Automate savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your emergency fund. This ensures that saving becomes a priority and happens consistently. 4. Keep it separate. To avoid spending your emergency fund, keep it in a separate account from your regular checking or savings. Real-life example, the prepared saver. Sophia, a teacher, built an emergency fund of $10,000 over 2 years. When she faced unexpected car repairs, she was able to pay for them without relying on credit cards or loans, giving her peace of mind and financial stability. Quote to remember. It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Charles Darwin. Chapter 11. The importance of financial education. Financial literacy is the key to mastering money and achieving your financial goals. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of financial education and how you can continually improve your money knowledge. Why financial education matters. Financial education empowers you to make smarter decisions with your money. It teaches you about budgeting, investing, taxes, debt management, and more, all of which are crucial for building wealth. How to improve your financial education. 1. Read books and articles. There are countless books, blogs, and articles on personal finance. Make reading a habit, and aim to learn something new every week. 2. Take courses. Online courses or workshops on financial topics, like investing or tax planning, can deepen your knowledge and skills. 3. Listen to podcasts and watch videos. Podcasts and YouTube videos are great ways to learn about financial topics on the go. Many personal finance experts share valuable insights for free. 4. Seek professional advice. If you're unsure about complex financial decisions, consider speaking to a financial advisor or accountant for guidance. Real-life example, the self-taught investor. Carlos had no formal financial education but became interested in investing early. He read books, took online courses, and listened to podcasts. By constantly learning, he became a savvy investor and grew his portfolio to over $1 million by age 40. Quote to remember. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Benjamin Franklin. Chapter 12, Growing Your Wealth with Real Estate. Real estate is one of the most powerful ways to build wealth. This chapter will cover how to get started with real estate investments and the strategies that can help you grow your wealth through property ownership. Why real estate? Real estate has historically been one of the best ways to build long-term wealth. It offers the potential for appreciation, rental income, and tax benefits. When managed correctly, real estate can provide steady cash flow and long-term growth. How to invest in real estate. 1. Start small. Begin with a single-family home or duplex as a rental property. This allows you to learn the basics of property management before scaling up. 2. Research locations. Location is key in real estate investing. Look for properties in areas with growing populations, good schools, and rising property values. 3. Financing your investment. Many investors use mortgages or leverage other people's money to finance real estate investments. Be sure to understand the financing options available to you. For hire professionals, a good real estate agent, property manager, and accountant can help you navigate the real estate market, manage your properties, and minimize tax liabilities. Real-life example, the real estate tycoon. David started with a small rental property and used the rental income to buy more properties. Over time, his real estate portfolio grew, and he now owns over 50 properties, generating significant passive income each month. Quote to remember: 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. Andrew Carnegie. Chapter 13: Creating a Legacy for Your Family. Building wealth is not just about personal gain, it's about creating a lasting legacy that can benefit future generations. In this chapter, we'll discuss how to build a legacy that extends beyond your lifetime. Why legacy matters. A strong financial legacy allows you to pass on your wealth, wisdom, and values to your children and grandchildren. It ensures that your hard work today will benefit your family for generations to come. How to create a lasting legacy. 1. Start estate planning early. Create a will or trust to outline how your assets will be distributed when you're gone. Work with a lawyer to ensure that your estate plan is comprehensive and up to date. 2. Teach financial literacy. Pass on your financial knowledge to your children. Teach them how to budget, save, invest, and make smart financial decisions. 3. Invest in long-term assets. Invest in assets that can grow over time, like real estate or stocks, and consider creating a family foundation or charitable giving plan. Real-life example: the family legacy. The Johnson family built a legacy of financial success. Starting with a small business that grew over generations, they invested in real estate, stocks, and education, ensuring their grandchildren and great-grandchildren would have the tools to succeed. Quote to remember: the greatest legacy we can leave our children is happy memories and the tools to be financially independent. Chapter 14: Tax Planning, Keeping More of What You Earn. Taxes are one of the largest expenses you'll face in your lifetime. In this chapter, we'll explore how tax planning can help you keep more of your hard-earned money and minimize your tax liabilities. Why tax planning is important. Effective tax planning can save you thousands of dollars. By understanding tax laws and taking advantage of available deductions, credits, and investment strategies, you can reduce your taxable income and keep more money in your pocket. Tax strategies to consider. 1. Contribute to retirement accounts. Contributing to tax-deferred retirement accounts like IRAs or 401(k)s can reduce your taxable income and help you save for the future. 2. Invest in tax-efficient assets. Certain investments, like municipal bonds or index funds, offer tax advantages, making them more tax-efficient in the long run. 3. Consult a tax professional. Tax laws are complex and constantly changing. A tax professional can help you navigate the system and create a strategy that minimizes your tax burden. Real-life example: the tax-savvy investor. Tim, a business owner, worked closely with a tax advisor to structure his income and investments in the most tax-efficient way possible. By contributing to retirement accounts and utilizing tax strategies, he was able to save over $30,000 per year in taxes. Quote to remember: in this world, nothing can be said to be certain, except death and taxes. Benjamin Franklin. Chapter 15: The Power of Compounding. Compounding is one of the most powerful forces in personal finance. In this chapter, we'll explore how compounding can exponentially grow your wealth over time. What is compounding? Compounding refers to the process of earning interest on both your initial principal and the interest that has been added to it. Over time, the power of compounding accelerates the growth of your investments. How to harness the power of compounding. 1. Start early. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Even small contributions can snowball into large sums over decades. 2. Reinvest your earnings. Reinvest dividends, interest, and capital gains to keep the compounding process going. 3. Be patient. Compounding takes time. The longer you let your investments grow, the more powerful compounding becomes. Real-life example: the power of patience. Olivia started investing $200 a month at age 25. By age 55, thanks to the power of compounding, her investments had grown to over $1 million, even though she never increased her monthly contribution. Quote to remember: the most powerful force in the universe is compound interest. Albert Einstein. Chapter 16: Financial Freedom and Personal Fulfillment. Money is a tool that allows you to live a life of personal fulfillment and freedom. In this chapter, we'll discuss how financial freedom goes hand in hand with personal growth and happiness. What is financial freedom? Financial freedom means having enough income from your investments and assets that you don't have to rely on a traditional job. It's about choosing how you spend your time and resources, based on what brings you fulfillment. How to achieve financial freedom. 1. Define your version of freedom. Everyone's idea of financial freedom is different. For some, it might mean early retirement. For others, it could mean working fewer hours or pursuing passion projects. 2. Align your financial goals with your values. Your financial journey should reflect what's important to you. Make sure your spending, saving, and investing align with your core values. 3. Create balance. Financial freedom isn't just about money. It's about finding a balance between work, life, health, and relationships. Real-life example, the fulfilled entrepreneur. Ravi worked long hours in a corporate job but dreamed of running his own business. After years of saving and investing wisely, he reached financial independence and transitioned into full-time entrepreneurship. Now, he enjoys more time with his family and doing work that he loves. Quote to remember. The goal of financial freedom is not about the amount of money, but the amount of time you get to live the life you choose. Chapter 17, Navigating Economic Downturns. Economic downturns are inevitable, but with the right strategies, they don't have to derail your financial progress. This chapter explores how to stay financially strong during tough times. Why economic downturns affect wealth. Recessions, stock market crashes, and other economic downturns can lead to job losses, reduced income, and declining investments. However, if you're prepared, these downturns can also present unique opportunities. How to prepare for economic downturns. 1. Diversify your investments. Spread your investments across different asset classes to reduce risk. 2. Strengthen your emergency fund. During uncertain times, having a robust emergency fund is even more critical. Aim for 6 to 12 months' worth of living expenses. 3. Stay calm and focused. Don't make hasty decisions during a downturn. Stay calm, stick to your financial plan, and avoid emotional reactions. Real-life example, the resilient investor. Jane lost her job during the 2008 financial crisis but had a well-diversified portfolio and a solid emergency fund. Instead of panic selling, she took advantage of the market downturn to buy stocks at a discount, which paid off years later. Quote to remember. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein. Chapter 18, The Role of Discipline in Wealth Building. Discipline is a cornerstone of financial success. Without it, all the strategies and knowledge in the world won't lead to lasting wealth. This chapter will explain how discipline is essential for long-term financial prosperity. Why discipline matters. Discipline ensures that you stick to your financial plan, even when tempted by short-term pleasures. It allows you to make wise decisions consistently, which compounds over time to create lasting wealth. How to cultivate financial discipline. 1. Create and stick to a budget. A budget is a tool that keeps you disciplined. Follow it to ensure you don't overspend or waste money on things that don't align with your goals. 2. Set long-term goals. Long-term goals help you stay focused and motivated. Keep your eyes on the prize and remind yourself of your ultimate objectives. 3. Resist instant gratification. Wealth building requires sacrifice. Avoid giving in to impulse purchases or immediate desires that can derail your financial progress. Real-life example, the disciplined investor. Paul committed to living below his means and investing 20% of his income every month. Even when he faced financial challenges, he stuck to his plan. Over 30 years, his disciplined approach helped him build a substantial retirement fund. Quote to remember. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Jim Rohn. Chapter 19, The Importance of Giving Back. True wealth is not just measured by how much you accumulate, but by how much you contribute to others. This chapter explores the role of philanthropy and giving in your financial journey. Why giving back matters. Giving back creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment. It allows you to use your wealth to make a positive impact on others' lives, whether through charitable donations, mentorship, or community involvement. How to incorporate giving into your wealth building plan. 1. Make giving a habit. Allocate a portion of your income to charity or other causes that align with your values. 2. Invest in others. Share your knowledge and experience by mentoring or teaching others about personal finance. 3. Volunteer your time. Sometimes, the most valuable thing you can give is your time. Look for opportunities to volunteer and make a difference in your community. Real-life example: the generous investor. Tom made a commitment to donate 10% of his annual income to charities that supported education and entrepreneurship. Over the years, his contributions have helped thousands of people build better lives and careers. Quote to remember: we make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. Winston Churchill. Chapter 20: Living a Rich and Fulfilled Life. Financial success is about more than just accumulating wealth, it's about living a life of purpose, joy, and fulfillment. In this final chapter, we'll explore how to live a rich and meaningful life. The true meaning of wealth. True wealth is not just about money. It's about living in alignment with your values, having the freedom to do what you love, and being surrounded by people you care about. How to live a rich life. 1. Focus on experiences, not things. Invest in experiences that bring joy and fulfillment. Travel, spend time with loved ones, and pursue passions that enrich your life. 2. Maintain balance. Balance work, health, relationships, and personal growth. Financial success alone doesn't bring happiness, balance is key. 3. Stay grateful. Practice gratitude for what you have. A rich life is about appreciating the journey and all the blessings along the way. Real-life example: the fulfilled millionaire. Karen, a successful entrepreneur, reached financial independence at 40. Instead of focusing solely on accumulating more wealth, she shifted her focus to living a rich and balanced life. She dedicated her time to philanthropy, personal growth, and enjoying the company of her family. Quote to remember: the purpose of life is not to accumulate wealth, but to live a life that is meaningful and fulfilling.